Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Wednesday, and that means it's Walker, Texas Ranger Day. And this week's episode was Last Hope. Barbaric drug dealers invade Ranger Camp, a place for at-risk youth, and search for the camper who stole their money. Okay, things I liked about this episode. There were a lot of things I liked about this episode. First off, this isn't the first time we see Walker, Alex, Trevette, and CD actually reaching out to the community and working with kids who are at risk. This is the first time I believe that we actually see what in this show is called Ranger Camp. Now, this is not something unique. You see in a lot of cop shows, the police officers working with young members of the society that are at risk. They're either live in situations where the home life is very chaotic, very abusive, or they don't have a positive role model in their life, or they live in areas where there's a lot of gangs and a lot of violence. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think this is also something that happens in real life. There'll be group programs set up in areas where there are a lot of at-risk kids, so they can see there are other courses they can take in life. Now, if I'm wrong about that last part, I do apologize. So again, while this is not something we haven't seen before on Walker, Texas Ranger, this is the first time we've seen Ranger Teen Camp. I think it's been mentioned a few times before this, but this is the first time we've actually seen it. Second, we see Charlie again. I'm sure you remember Charlie from the last video. He was the accountant that Walker had to escort back from Montana, I believe. And Charlie is sentenced to X amount of hours of community service. I forget the exact number. And in his first community service is helping out at Ranger Teen Camp. And it's very interesting to see him interact with the kids, and also to see him interact with Trevette and CD. Walker's surprisingly not in this episode all that much. He has to leave, I want to say, halfway to early in the episode, right after they bring the kids up to the teen camp to meet with Governor Bush. So that tells you what year this episode was made. So it's really just Alex and Trevette and CD and Charlie that are looking after six or seven kids. I want to say 6, 7, or 8 kids. No less than 6, no more than 8. I forget the exact number. And whatnot. So it's very, very interesting. It's a very good episode. Very, very interesting to see with the dynamics. Again, Walker's not really, he's in, but he's not in. He's, like I said, he's in at the beginning. He and Alex bring the kids up to Ranger Teen Camp, the kids and Charlie up to Ranger Teen Camp, and then he has to leave for his meeting with the governor, and then he's in the episode at the end. But the bulk of the time up at Ranger Teen Camp, he's not there, which is very interesting. considering the show is called Walker, Texas Ranger, but you'll see this periodically, where the show will focus more on, like, say, Alex or Trevette, or later on Trent or Carlos, who will be introduced in, I think, season 5. 5 or 6, I can't remember the exact season that Trent and Carlos are introduced in. Or, you know, in the latter 2 seasons, Sydney and Gage. But I'm jumping the gun a little bit there. We will talk more about those 4 characters when they come into the series, I promise. So it was interesting, and it was a little different. And honestly, one of my favorite lines in the whole episode was right after Alex and Walker bring Charlie and the kids up to Ranger Teen Camp, and you see CD and Trevor just covered in, like, green and white paint, and they're kind of fighting with each other. Not like fighting, but kind of like that way friends kind of fight with each other, where they look like they're fighting, but they're not really fighting. And I think Alex says, "Our children," and Walker says, "Your children," which is just, it to me, just the way it's said, and the way both lines are delivered, and just the situation is just so funny. Which, you know, even though it's like an action show, it proves they are not opposed to dropping humor into it, which I absolutely love. Okay, flip side of the coin, things I didn't like about this episode. There was nothing I didn't like about this episode. I loved this episode. It's probably one of my favorite Walker, Texas Ranger episodes. And believe me, I have a lot, because this is one of those shows where I have very few episodes that I don't like. Okay, feel free to check out my other Walker, Texas Ranger videos. my other TV talk videos. And I'd like to apologize on the last slide for leaving off My Little Ponies. That was an oversight on my part. My other videos. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, please leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Also, feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. I do have my name for those 4 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I used for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing, and the links for the 4 sites I mentioned will be in the description section. Hey, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. The link will be in the description section. Facebook friends. Same deal. Any of my videos that cannot be found on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. The link will be in the description section. And to anyone who's interested, you can feel free to check out my group, Fanfic Corner. The link for that will be in the description section as well. I would like to apologize for not posting a video in quite a while. Unfortunately, things got very, very crazy for me, and I was unable to watch a Walker Texas Ranger video episode and do a review video on it. Again, I apologize for this. Unfortunately, it will happen from time to time with TV Talk. Finally, DreamWorks Dragons will be coming to an end in a little over a month, and that means there will be a new TV Talk, an opening for a new TV Talk series for Sunday, and that means you guys get to vote and tell me what show you would like me to do a set of videos on. Your choices are Horseland, Outlaw Star, Dot Hack Sign, and Inuyasha. Voting is extremely simple. All you have to do is write and or like or love a positive comment on one of the 4 shows listed, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I will do the next series of videos on. Please keep in mind that dislikes and negative comments do not count as votes. And if Inuyasha is selected, I will move on to at least the first season of the sequel once Inuyasha is done. Possibly the second one. It depends on how long it takes me to get through Inuyasha and get to the follow-up. Voting will be until the 30th of March. Hopefully this will be the very last time I will have to push that date back. But if it happens again, I will let you know. You may vote as many times as you wish, but please keep in mind that in the event of a tie or no votes, I do have the final say. So far, the votes stand at 1 vote for Horseland and 2 votes for Inuyasha. However, you have slightly over a month left, so be sure to get your votes in and make your voices known. Please be sure to like and share if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to click on the video link in the on your screen to view my last Walker Texas Ranger TV Talk video. Or you can click on the other video on your screen to view my last TV Talk video. As always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.